apparently my mic is not playing. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, so this is just an issue. I All right, now it should work. Yeah, okay. And this thing likes to fool around with my volume, so I'm probably gonna have to turn that up again. Oh, okay. Sometimes not. All right. Well, the internet is completely cooked. this thing is going to crash my damn computer. All right, y'all, welcome to one of my favorite happy places. Being out in the forest, out in the woods, in nature. We're going into that season, or we're in that season now, where Earth is starting to come alive. And this is a golden opportunity of sorts, not just for me personally, but for all of us who are exposed to this kind of blossoming of nature. But in any case, big shout out to everybody who's been following me on Tribe by Noir, those of you who've been tuning in consistently on a weekly basis, soaking in the information, making the life changes you need to make. For those of you who are new, this is Tribe by Noir. I am Remsen Noir, head coach at Tribe by Noir. And everything that I do here, everything that I discuss, is all about deploying nutrition, training, and mindset techniques and strategies in order to achieve peak health, to live the life you really truly want to live and be in the body that allows you to do that. Whatever reaching peak health looks like for you. I'm here to provide the support and everything that I've learned in order to help you get there. This is what this is all about. I wanted to take some time out real quick to let y'all know that Tribe by Noir 3.0 has launched. This is the latest iteration with all the improvements, taking things on the platform to the next level. Not only do I provide training, diet plans, coaching calls, one-on-one coaching support, group coaching support, and all that, but I'm also offering community. Now, I do live streams for the public on a weekly basis, but that's not the only one. I also do member exclusive live streams. We go over meal planning. We get deep into training technique, how to maximize your training to get the goals that you want, right? We get pretty granular in those kind of streams. And it's a live call-in, right? So you can get on the voice chat, ask questions. We do a Q&A and all of that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of support and camaraderie and valuable information that you can use from day one. So if that's something that you're interested in getting into, you want to take it to the next level, you want to get deeper into Tribe by Noir, well, I left a link in the description of this video for you to go and tap in and get started. Now, you can sign up and become a community member. You can sign up for coaching, and you can sign up for coaching with your own personal diet and training plans, as well as weekly one-on-one coaching calls with me personally. All right. So definitely take some time to check that out. And moving forward, we're going to get into the upcoming live stream. All right, y'all, what's going on? Welcome to Monday Night Raw. It looks like it's a little bit of a rough one here today. I don't know if it's my internet connection or StreamYard just froze. I don't know what that's about. And I can't really get in with y'all in the comments. So either StreamYard is struggling or my internet connection is struggling. So I think what I'm gonna have to try to do is hit the refresh. There's gonna be 1 second on that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to hit that refresh. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on 1 second. Am I on? Oh, there we go. I didn't even have to hit that refresh button. All right. All right. What's going on, y'all? Tarina, what's going on? Good to see you in here. Anita, welcome. Miss D, good to have y'all back in here. Got my mama in here. There we go. Fresh off from a smooth work day, I hope. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me clearly. All right. If I got any kind of issues, things are grinding out a little bit, let me know if you see any abnormalities on y'all end. And I'm going to do some meal prep tonight and kind of cue y'all in on what I've been doing. All right. So we got some 1s popping up in the chat. There we go. Kim, what's going on? By the way, are you getting any of my messages, emails, or anything like that? You got to let me know. Check back in. I had emailed you a couple times. I hit you up on the Discord and the platform. So let me know if you're getting any of those. All right. Tribe members. I have the official test version of the Tribe by Noir app for Android users. So if you have an Android phone, you can log in, go to the community, and the link to download the app is pinned to the top of the community chat on the platform. All right. And I'm going to leave a link to that also in the member Discord, right? For those of you who want to get it through alternative means. All right, so we got that going on there. So far, we got a few people using the app. They said they really like it. It's fast. It's running pretty smoothly. And I got to get some feedback from y'all to see if there's anything that I need to add to the app. All right, so a little bit of an upgrade, right? Coming through on things. It's a little bit more complicated than I thought. It takes a little bit more of a lengthy process, actually, a lot more complicated than people realize, or even that it's advertised to be, right? But things are moving on along. All right. Also, I'm going to pick back up with, or at least this is what I'm going to attempt to do. Let's see if I have the mental and emotional bandwidth to do it. But I want to start putting in my old. Well, actually, no, we can't do for Thursday, but I think Tuesdays maybe or Wednesdays, I'll be live streaming on TikTok. I think it might be when it might have to be Wednesdays because Thursday is the member live stream. So that'll be the member exclusive live stream. So definitely stepping things up with the live streams. So yeah, so that's it. Got some announcements going. And basically, I'm going to start off with my oat pudding. So, but I'm going to do both of them differently. So one is going to be like a chocolate peanut butter one, and this one is going to be a pumpkin spice one. And then I'm going to be prepping my curry chickpeas. So I'm going to be doing that. And if I have time, I might do something else. I got to also make some juices. Got to put together some juices as well. And I experimented. What's that called? It's called a sweet potato souffle. Is that what that's called? So this thing is. I'm gonna taste it. I had prepped this on my fasting day, so I didn't really get to taste it. Custard pudding. I just call it pudding. If it has a puddingy texture, I just call it pudding. All right? Because I'm a simple man. If it's a pudding texture to it, just call it pudding. But I gotta be a little bit more sophisticated, right? In the kitchen. So we're gonna use words like custard and souffle. Right? Those are some words I'm gonna start implementing in my vocabulary, right? It's time to grow up. It's time to be a little more mature, right? A little bit more sophisticated with it. I got these glasses on. I got buttons on my collar. You know what I'm saying? I gotta grow up. I gotta start using words like souffle and custard, right? I gotta start making raw crusts and stuff like that, right? Raw, like what's it like a raw flax walnut lentil crust or whatever people make raw vegan breads out of. Right? And people are like, yeah, so what I did is I mashed up some spinach and I chopped up some almonds and walnuts and crushed some flax seeds. And I'm like, all right, well, that sounds complicated and I'm not doing that. And I want to let y'all in on something about me too, right? I don't like taking unnecessary risks. The reason why is because if I put effort into making something like a recipe or making a food and it doesn't come out right, it's very aggravating to me. I don't handle it well emotionally, right? I don't like failure. I don't like failing at things. It bothers me very deeply. I take it very personally and I become obsessive about it, right? So I avoid failures in my life. Well, that's not true. Well, no, kind of. I don't know. So basically, if I know I have to do something or I think it's worth it, I will do it and risk failing at it. But I take like thing I really like actually about having a high raw diet is I don't got to worry about burning food. Like I almost never burn food ever. I don't fry anything. I don't really bake anything. I don't grill. I don't do any of that. Right? So that greatly diminishes my capacity to ruin recipes. So for me, this brings me a lot of peace of mind and joy in my life. Right? This is very important to my mental and emotional health as a human being. For me to function and be productive in life, not burning things is a very big part of that. It allows me to sleep better at night knowing I didn't burn things, right? And I didn't ruin recipes. So I made this. So this right here is Japanese yam. That's what this is. Okay, I'm gonna taste this right quick. Oh yeah. Oh. So essentially what this tastes like, what I did first of all is I lightly steamed. What I did was I peeled and I sliced Japanese yam, and then I lightly steamed it to soften it up a bit. And then after that, I kind of mashed it up a little bit, right? I mashed it up. And then I put some sea salt, I put some cinnamon, and I put like some coconut sugar in it. What else did I put? Yeah, I think that's about it. And then I put it in the blender with a little bit of plant-based milk, and I blended it. And so basically, what this tastes like, if you ever taste like a pumpkin pie, basically pumpkin pie is like a crust with this in the middle, or at least that's for me. That's how I understand it to be. So this is like the stuff that would be in the middle of the pumpkin pie. So I just dug my spoon into this, and I tasted that, and it tastes like pumpkin pie or like sweet potato pie. This is actually insanely good. I didn't plan on eating this tonight, but I think I actually might eat it tonight because it's actually that good. If I make you this, if I make you this, do you want it with coconut sugar in it or agave? Stevia. I'm not doing that. Yeah, that's really good actually. So it's like a dessert, but it's sweet potato. Good source of manganese, magnesium, folate, thiamine, basically all your B vitamins. Iron, copper, really good source of carbohydrates. Selenium, iodine, zinc, copper. What else? I think that's it more or less. So sweet potato or Japanese yam. Really good stuff, right? So I'm basically going to get into the habit of making this kind of thing. And I got some extra. These are white sweet potatoes, right? So we're gonna see how these play out. So I got some experimentation to do. I'm pretty excited. So I'm being here doing those, right? But in any case, okay. So I got where's this at? Let me drain out these lentils. I mean, not lentils, oats. Okay, so then I don't need to. I'll use the blue one. That's what I'll do. You said you notice I don't have the vibe going? I don't? Hold on one second. Let me see if I can change that. I appreciate that. She said, yo, where's the vibe at? A second, let me see if I can rectify that. Hold on. There we go. Now we got the vibe going. Are you gonna post a recipe? Yes. By the way, Miss D posts some recipes in the community too, some bangers. Hells bells. What you said? I hope it's okay to ask this. My daughter is ready to eat food. What foods do you highly recommend for growing infants? Yeah, fruit, really. I was just like, How do I give a non-overly simplified answer? But yeah, I don't know. Basically, I would say yeah, fruit, bananas, right? Apples, yeah, applesauce, yeah, pureed fruits, basically, right? If you ain't got no teeth, you puree the fruit up, right? Right, yeah, give them a mango seed to suck on, do a little teething. Yeah, that works too. Um, what else? I would imagine coconut yogurt mixed, right? You can blend up some berries in there, right? You could do that for a baby. Yeah, I would imagine that lentil sauce that I make. That's right. I don't think much about feeding infants. That's a good question. I'm like, yeah, if I had an infant, what would I feed my infant besides fruit and breast milk? Boiled peas and puree them. Yeah, that's a good one. So if they can eat peas, how come they can't eat lentils? Yeah. I feel like if I had an infant, I might feed my infant lentils because lentils are packed. That's a real powerful food right there. If you want to grow a strong, sturdy human being, that's what I'm like. Yeah, I'm like, don't ask me. I don't have no kids. That's true. Yeah, celery. But like kids ain't really like you don't got no teeth. You ain't eat celery. Just to chew on it. Yeah, because it's like a celery is like has like an antibacterial, antifungal property to it, so it's good for hygiene, for oral hygiene. Yeah, cucumber juice. That's a good one for babies to drink. I know that. It's a vitamin K, right? You juice cucumber and like apple or something like that and give it to a baby. Build that up with that immune system. That's true. Juice cantaloupe or puree cantaloupe. That's another good one. Oh, she said she still gets breast milk. Oh, okay, got you. Best foods for like brain development, etc. is what I was trying to ask. Oh, okay, yeah. So basically, fruits are really good because they're high in folate. So like those high folate foods, yeah. So peas would definitely fit that category. Bananas would be a really good one, right? To get like an abundance of like that folate. Carrots and feed them those also. Well, yeah, you gotta puree it, yeah. So yeah, definitely. Basically, like if you wouldn't really want to grow like a baby brain, big adult brain, right? A big, strong, super powered brain, right? You get the B vitamins in there. So you get that folate, because all your plant-based foods that are like real carb dense, those definitely you're gonna get those. You're gonna get that folate in there. I'd be feeding my baby bananas. That would be my go-to for my baby is bananas. That's right. I'd be feeding my baby bananas. All right. Oh, oh, that's not Miss D. That's Ray. Ray. I feel like I'm messing it up. What are the benefits of long fasting? I need discipline. The benefits of long fasting. So, as far as long fasting is concerned, it depends on how you define long fasting. Depends on what you mean by that. Um, so, like for example, typically what I recommend is like fasts that are around 24 to 36 hours. So 24 to 36-hour fasts are really good. I mean, really good for skin, hair, and nails. It's really good for mental and emotional well-being. It's really good for improving insulin sensitivity. It's really good for waste elimination via autophagy, right? To break down old damaged zombie cells and clear those out of your body. It's really good to give your gut a break from digestion, right? Basically, fasting years to your life. Right, so it's really good for longevity. Of course, it's really good for fat metabolism. Really good for that. So yeah, those are just some of the biggest ones. Really good for brain health. Right, so if you want to improve your brain health as much as possible, it's really good for that. Okay, I'll do that after this. What else? I think that's pretty much it. Well, there's more. There's a lot more. Anti-cancer. So it depends on why you want to do the fasting, what type of benefit you're looking for. Oh, you said thank you. She's my first kid that is vegan. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. That's right. We're getting some new baby vegans in here. Yeah, we get some plant-based babies going on. That might be my new thing, right? Educating parents on, like, you know, how to raise vegan babies, right? Plant-based babies. That's right. So we get a new strong generation of highly intelligent, strong babies that grow up to be adults that live to like 150, 200 years old, you know? We create superhumans. I like that idea. I like that. All right. Is it good? Is it? Yeah, it's good enough, right? Gotta get a little bit of. Drain that out a little bit. All right. So I think this one is going to be the one with the cacao and whatnot in it. This is going to be the chocolate flavored one. Or should it be chocolate flavored one? Yeah, I guess it could be. And then because I want two flavors, so I'm doing two of them. If I'm going to eat that pudding, I gotta have that pudding. I gotta finish it by 8 o'clock. If I eat it though, I wouldn't even be eating it because I'm hungry. I'd just be eating it just because I'd just be eating it, just be eating. You gonna help me eat it? You sure? Don't complain about no stomach aches, not like that. If it's gonna tear up your stomach, don't do that. Don't do that. All right. So you want a head start on it? There you go. All right. You got a spoon? All right. So I'm gonna get this one to drain. Does anybody here got like gut health issues that they want to sort out? This is one thing I really wanted to get into, is talking about gut health issues, like the do's and don'ts of like if you have gut health issues and what they would typically stem from. Especially as older. And like you could have gut health issues that like make it really difficult for you to lose weight. And then you can have the ones that are even worse, which are the gut health issues that make it even harder for you to gain weight. Right, so if you got like gut health issues, this is not an advertisement, by the way. I just realized I put that up like that. I'm like, it's like naked this and that. Pervy supplements. This naked this and that. I know, right? Yeah, they owe me some money. Like naked owe me some money. All right. Y'all need to be reaching out to me in my email. Y'all need to be hitting my DMs. That's what they need to be doing. Where's my bread? Why do people refer? I kind of wonder why that is, right? People refer to money as bread. I don't know why. Right? Black folks refer to money as my bread, this bread, and that bread. Right? I'm going off to get that bread. Let me go ahead and get this bread. Where's my bread? And I grew up as a kid liking the sound of that, but I didn't know why. It's bread. But yeah, so yeah, do you think matter of fact, how do you think about oat pudding for a baby? I'm gonna be thinking about this now. Now I'm gonna be thinking about baby food. Matter of fact, Mom, did you feed me oatmeal as a baby? I kind of wonder, because oats have been a lifelong food for me. Porridge. Oh, you mean the story about the bears and they ate the little girl in the house? Yo, what's up with nursery rhymes being about eating kids? Y'all notice that? There's always like nursery rhymes a lot of the times is about eating kids. There was like one about a wolf, like ate a kid, bears eating kids. And then there was what, Krampus or something like that, and Krampus eats kids. I was like, yo, who's making all these nursery rhymes about eating kids? What's going on? And the kids in the nursery rhymes and stuff, and these little stories are for kids. I'm like, why are you making stories for kids about eating kids? What's going on? I don't want my kids watching that. What are your thoughts on drinking okra water? Yeah, like the okra water thing is like the new thing. I mean, okra in general. I mean, whether okra water or just okra, Yeah, I mean, you should drink okra water and then eat okra. You do both. Okra's some good stuff. Okra is actually really good for your gut health. Oh, yeah, okra is really good for your gut health. I would do okra all that. My thing though, like with me, I never really got into okra because it's kind of slimy. It's got like this gooiness to it when you cook it down. Yeah, that's that really important soluble fiber. Let me tell you something, that'll coat your gut if you got like ulcers or whatever. Yeah, that okra will come in clutch. How many tablespoons did I put just now? I put 2 or 3. Hey, chat, did I put 2 tablespoons just now or 3? But yeah, okra water. You can do okra water, coconut water. You can do people say aloe juice, but it's really aloe water. I'm just gonna put another one. I don't know. Even if it's 3 or 4, I'm fine with 4. It's already 4. All right. So I put hemp seeds. I put cacao powder. I put powdered peanuts. Put my naked pea, and now I'm putting 2 tablespoons of coconut sugar. And then I'm gonna add sea salt. I think I'm gonna add a vanilla flavor to this. I'm gonna do like a little bit of vanilla to it. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do vanilla. I'm gonna do vanilla in the pumpkin spice one. That's what I'm gonna do. But if I wanted to, though, or if you wanted to, you can do. Where's the teaspoon? You can do vanilla. Basically, what I'm trying to do with this is I want to give it the taste and consistency of ice cream. This is like one of the things that I look forward to in my alternate day fasting is basically this right here. And I eat it out of a jar. So I blend it up and I eat it out of a mason jar. And it's like eating a jar of ice cream. Oh, it's so good. I'm gonna put some glutamine in here too. You know what I'm saying, for good measure. But when I run out of this glutamine, I'm not gonna buy another one. What else? I think that's pretty much it. All right, so I put the sea salt, I put the coconut sugar, okay, agave. So you may be like, oh, that's a lot of sugar, isn't it? I'm like, I don't skimp on the sugar in my diet. I don't skimp on the sugar. I haven't really seen any negative outcomes. The only people who should really avoid added sugar in their diet are people who have like fungal or bacterial infections in their gut. Those are the people primarily who should avoid that kind of thing, right? Because you don't want to have too much of a saturation of glucose in your bloodstream or in your gut to feed the infection. So whatever sugar you get from your diet should come from whole foods. But generally speaking, if you have some type of like bacterial or fungal infection in your gut, the safest thing that your safest bet is to have more of a bitter diet, have more bitters, right? So I would actually do more like leafy green vegetables, bitter fruits. I would do more soups and stews, more warm, savory stuff that are really like loaded up with herbs that are antibacterial, antifungal, that kind of. So that's more the route that I would go personally. And that seems to work the best as far as that's concerned. You want like a very fiber-rich diet because the fiber will bind to harmful bacteria and fungus and stuff like that. Somebody told me too, they said, you know, you don't have to mix everything up in the bowl. You can just throw that in the blender. But I feel I've done it. I used to do it in the blender and I didn't mix it in a bowl. But for whatever reason, I feel like the texture comes out better when I mix it in the bowl. That's why I started doing it this way. Like it comes out a little clumpy in the blender. Like it's a little clumpy. It's not smooth. It's not creamy. Like when, huh? Oh, you're adding air. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, so basically it comes out creamy when I do it this way, when you mix it in. So like if you really want like a really good smooth ice creamy texture, this is where it's at. And I do, I'm currently doing alternate day fasting. I've been doing this, I've been consistent for the last 2 weeks. So basically I have like around 3 of these a week. So this is like my definition of a cheat meal. I mix all of that in. So it's like a little batter in there. All right, where's the blender? So yeah, basically if you have like SIBO, candida, anything like that, soups and stews, curry, chili, Those are like my top two. Veggie bouillon, right? Vegetable broth and soups. What else? There's one that I make too. It's a split pea soup. So you could do like a split pea soup. It's basically just peas or split peas, carrots, potatoes, cabbage, onions. What else I put in it? Mushrooms. You can also put parsnips or turnips, scallions. You can put that in there too. Yeah, I think that's about it. And then basically you season it with things like chili powder, cayenne pepper, garlic, onion powder, white pepper or black pepper. You can add in a little bit of sugar, not too much though, just a hint of it, just to add a little, just to kind of even out or blunt the bitterness of it. What else do I put in it? I don't put much in it. Sea salt. And then you can put, what do I put? Thyme? No, I put parsley. Yeah, I would either put parsley or nettle in it. It's real good too, doing it that way. I really like it that way, it's real good. You can throw a little paprika in there too. So yeah, that's a split pea soup I like to do. You can make that in bulk. Oh, and add nutritional yeast to it. That's right, so you add nutritional yeast to it. Nutritional yeast is an inactive yeast. It's not a live yeast. But it's a good source of folate, good source of B vitamins in general, B12, thiamine, things like this. Particularly like fortified nutrition. Pea curry, like I'm about to do tonight. So I really got to get on the ball actually. What else? My spicy tomato sauce, where I basically just boil lentils. Being that I'm high raw, I don't cook foods that much. So I like putting things in the blender. So like lentils or legumes, basically I'll just cook them down enough just to make them soft. And then I puree them in the blender. And basically make a sauce out of them. And then you can add them to salads, or you can do soups, or you can have them over rice or quinoa, this type of thing. So yeah. All right. So I'll pour this in here. Did I add the agave? I'm blanking on my memory today. Y'all gotta help me out in the chat. Did I add the agave into this? Did I do it? Because I know I took it out the fridge. I don't know if I poured it in though. I don't know if I applied it. I don't know if I got sidetracked or not. Y'all can tell I'm scatterbrained today because I'm tired. It's one of those days. Every day can't be a high-powered day. Sometimes we got some days where we're a little off our game sometimes. You said just taste it? Yeah, I could. Yeah, you were right about that. All right. I can't taste it like that. I could add agave in afterwards. Let me see. Yeah, I did. At least I think I did. I don't know. It's very faint, but I don't know if that's from the coconut sugar. But we're gonna find out once it's done. I gotta do 2 of these. before I run the blender, I'll mute my mic. Yes, you added the agave. Okay, good. All right. Appreciate you. Oh man, this thing froze up on me again. So how am I supposed to unmute? This is killing me. Okay. Oh no, this thing is acting up bad. My sound is acting up real bad on me. This thing is lagging on me. The whole laptop is lagging too. I don't know why this is. I feel like I got a lot of research to do on like neurodivergence. Because I feel like there are certain things in life that agitate me probably a bit more than they should. So I have to like make an active effort to not let it get to me. And I feel like these tech issues, or at least, can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me, because my screen just blanked out. my laptop's struggling. I don't know what's going on right now. My laptop is struggling. I'm like, dude, what's going on? My CPU usage is 75%. Like, why? Like, what's doing that? This is a brand new laptop too. It shouldn't be struggling like that. I got 2 GPUs in this laptop. Why is this thing struggling like that? I should have got a laptop that's made in China. Remember when made in China used to be an insult? Now it's like made in America is an insult. Like, man, what's going on? What happened to US tech? It's janky as hell. What's going on? Is that why we didn't get back to the moon yet? They said we went back to the moon. We landed on there. We went and put a flag in the moon and left. And then went back. And I don't know what happened. We can't go back. We don't know how to do it no more. Don't listen to me, y'all. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, we got 1s in the chat. Y'all hear me? All right, there we go. Yeah, that's my new thing. I learn everything there is to learn about neurodivergent. if I'm, you know what I would do? I'm actually going to start paying more closer attention to my internal thoughts that I have in my head, and I'm gonna start documenting them. Because I'm not. Y'all probably wonder too, like, how far are you from normal, right? There's like certain things that you do, and then like you tell somebody else that you do that thing, and usually people who you tell that you do that thing, they look at you like you're crazy because they don't do that. Or it's a thing they do, and they're like, "Oh my God, you do that too? I thought I was the only one." So now I'm kind of curious, like, how close or how far am I from the mean? I kind of wonder about that type of thing, right? Like you'll ask me about what to feed babies, and I'll just start researching babies. I'll just spend like a whole day just reading about babies. I don't know if that's normal. How did they feed babies 2,000 years ago? How long did it take babies to grow in all their teeth 100 years ago versus now? Has the size of the human head grown exponentially, or has it shrank? How strong was a baby's jaw 50 years ago versus now? You know? Start looking up random stuff about babies. And then I'll go on stream and I'll sound like a genius about babies. And it's like, I'm gonna sit up there and obsessively just learn and research babies. I don't know. Y'all ask me questions, and I get obsessive about the questions y'all ask me, and y'all never know. You can leave me a random question in the stream, and if I don't know about it, it'll kind of bother me that I don't know about it, and then I'll go obsess about it. Like when I find out I know something, it's almost like you're naked in public. Like it just is a very uncomfortable feeling. Like, I don't know. I need to know about that. I don't like not knowing about that. I can't go through the rest of my life not knowing about that. I need to know. I need to know. My man Juan, what's going on? Would you say it is okay to eat steamed sweet potato almost daily, or is it too much starch? Shoot, you can eat. That's not too much at all. You can eat. There was a point where my diet plan was like 16 ounces of sweet potato a day. Starch is phenomenal. I love starchy foods. Starchy foods are brain foods. If you want a nice big, strong brain, like a big, powerful brain, you'll look at this, y'all. Meal prep in a jar. This is chocolate ice cream in a jar. It's not a game. This is serious right here. You got ice cream cravings? This is it right here. Ice cream for breakfast. This is like 70 grams of protein. It's like 100 grams of carbs or something like this. 25 grams of fat, something like that. 25 grams of fat. Or like 23, I think last time I checked. Omega-3 essential fatty acids, loaded with zinc, selenium, magnesium, copper, iron, the works. This is the Cadillac of breakfasts, all right? I wouldn't categorize this as breakfast though, because I break my fast with fruit typically. I don't prep my fruit beforehand though, because there's not much to do other than just like cut it up and put it. And you'll say I made the first one and then I put all the stuff away, and like an idiot, I gotta take it all back out again because I don't like leaving things out. Right. Yeah, that's right. So this is going to be Monday, not Monday. What's today? Today's Monday. So this is gonna be for Wednesday. So I almost forgot what day it is. And then this pumpkin spice one is gonna be Friday. And I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do for Sunday yet. I might prep 2 more. But I might prep 2 more of these on Wednesday night. And I think on Wednesday night, if I'm up for it, if I have the mental bandwidth for it, I might go on and do a live stream on TikTok. So hopefully, TikTok cooperate with me. We'll see what happens. We'll give it a shot. But yeah, sweet potato, that's not too much starch. And like a sweet potato typically is not really gonna be more than a pound. So sweet potatoes are somewhere in between 8 and 16 pounds on average. Like the lightest sweet potato I find typically is like around 8 ounces. And the largest one's around like 16 ounces, maybe 17 or 18 ounces at the most. How do I know that? Because I spent a very long period of time in my life where I was so committed to eat sweet potatoes all the time. I would weigh all the sweet potatoes I liked. I would look for I didn't like weird looking potatoes. Like I don't like weird looking That's the thing about potatoes. I mean, I'm very particular when it comes to potatoes. Because they have, some potatoes that look weird, like they don't look like tomatoes. Like I saw potatoes sometimes that were like vascular. I'm like, yo, why does this potato have blood vessels? You ever seen a potato that looked like a forearm? You know what I'm talking about? Like a potato that looked like a vascular bodybuilding forearm. I was like, I don't like that. That's not supposed to be like that. Or like weird shaped sweet potatoes where they'll kind of be shaped like a boomerang or something. So you see like, this is a good sweet potato. This is a normal shaped sweet potato. I like this. They don't have veins in it. They don't have all kind of angles and stuff in it. It don't look all beat up. Some sweet potatoes be looking real beat up. I don't know what they be doing to them before they put them on the shelf. Like they just be, just beating the hell out of it and doing drop kicks on it and stuff before they put it on the shelf. I don't know what they be doing. Now let me test this right quick. Let me taste it right quick. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Y'all get potatoes? Y'all get fishy about potatoes? Or is it just me who's picky about them? Do I want it more sweeter? Do I want it sweeter? I don't think I do. Nope. I don't think I do. I'm not gonna add any more to it. All right, that's one down. See, I shouldn't have stopped too because now I don't know where I'm at in this one. Okay, I put the coconut sugar and I put the sea salt. All right, I know what I put. I'm all disorganized in my brain. Let's get them questions in the chat. What should I talk about? Y'all gotta give me a topic. What are y'all interested in hearing about today? Because y'all don't want to hear all of my rant. Y'all let me talk. I'll be super random, okay? Y'all don't moon landings, vascular potatoes, giant babies. Matter of fact, you know what? Since we're on the baby thing, have y'all ever had like nightmares of being chased by a giant baby? Like at night? Like a giant baby with a deep voice. It's got like a deep cry. Oh! I've had a nightmare like that before. But I was like a real little kid. I was real young. It's just a big, scary looking baby with a deep voice. It was real upset and sad and crying and chasing me. And I was like, it looked like I was in some kind of a government building or something like that. It was just chasing me through the hallways and stuff. I couldn't get away from it. And I would go up and down the stairs and try to get in the elevator and all of this. And I remember, I don't know, for some reason, I remember this dream too, because I had it multiple times. I was on the elevator and you could hear the baby, boom, on top of the elevator. You'd be like on top of the elevator, and there's like a thing, and I guess it opened some kind of latch in the roof of the elevator, and it stuck its head in and started crying with that deep baby voice in the elevator. It scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. And there was a video game, it was like a Resident Evil game. And Resident Evil is a game that's normally about surviving like a zombie apocalypse thing. But they got real weird, and they made one game where instead of zombies, it was like were-zombies. It was like a hybrid between werewolves and zombies. It was a weird game, right? And in that game, there was a big giant zombie baby that would chase you around the map in the game. And it's things like that where I'm like, I feel like I don't own my thoughts. I don't like that. That felt deeply personal to me. Like that's the only thing I've ever thought about. And apparently it's like, yeah, you say you picky about potatoes? Okay, so it's not just me. Carol, what's going on? How you doing? Good to see you in here. My doctor told me today I have heard. Oh, GERD. How much you say? I said, what's heard? I'm about to look that up. GERD. So basically, we gotta do some alkalization going on. Right, so we gotta dial back the protein and the fat a little bit. Right, we gotta get some more tender leafy greens in the diet. Right. What's another good remedy? Those are some of the best things that I've found. Are you doing like the coconut yogurt with the berries and the chia seeds? Are you doing that? Well, are you on plan? I've heard worse things. Your dream is not bad. Okay, yeah, because it's not like babies are not supposed to be scary, right? But that was like, I don't know why this thing's chasing me. Why is this baby mad at me? And why is it so damn big? You know what I mean? It's a huge, big, angry, sad baby. That's so weird. I was like, I don't have like a history of doing drugs. You know, I don't even drink, so I don't know what that's about. Just weird. And I never got no answers. I don't have no kids. I never babysat. I don't know where that came from. I have no idea. And it's not fair. I'll never know. I never know why. I was just given this weird baby nightmare. So yeah. Here we go. So basically, I bet I gotta give a shout out. Hold on. Miss D made this pumpkin spice. All right. She sent me this. Big shout out to you, Miss D. D after 50. What we gotta do is we gotta message her. We gotta flood her inbox with messages. Okay, Miss D after 50. We gotta be like, hey, when are you gonna release your spice line? You know what I'm saying? And on the last member exclusive stream, we came up with some really dope like catchphrases for like commercials and ads and stuff, right? So basically, it's D's seasoning. And basically the ad is, what I put these in everything. I season it with some of these. Pass me these. Right? Something like that. That's all I remember. It was these. I put these on everything. Spice it up with a little bit of these. So that's what we gotta do. We gotta get Miss D. You ever watch cartoons? They had something like that in a cartoon. Yeah, I used to watch cartoons a lot as a kid. What happened to cartoons? Because cartoons got kind of like, cartoons got a little weird though as I got older. Because cartoons became like less and less innocent as I got older. I noticed like cartoons got like cartoons started getting a little weird. They started getting graphic. Not inappropriate graphic, but just for the sake of graphicness. Y'all ever watch a cartoon called Ren and Stimpy? Y'all ever watch that? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Ren and Stimpy is basically like these two, I think it's a cat and a dog or something like that, but you can't even, the way that they're drawn, you can't tell it's a cat and a dog because they're drawn in a way, they look weird. And there's like a skinny one and a fat one. And the skinny one is a dog and the fat one is a cat. And they're drawn weird looking. And the cartoon's a little too detailed, right? Like, when cartoons get too detailed, it looks strange. It looks a little wrong, right? Like when cartoons start having like bloodshot eyes, snot, mucus, veins, wrinkles in the skin, pores, like skin pores, pubic hairs, like nose hairs, armpit hairs, you know, toenail fungus. When they start getting a little, and this is Ren and Stimpy, it became gross. And it was gross, but you couldn't, but like as a kid, it was fascinating. It was nasty, but also fascinating. You couldn't stop watching. It was disgusting, but you couldn't stop watching. The most memorable episode for me, for Ren and Stimpy, was, there was an episode and it was about a door-to-door nipple salesman. It was a guy, one of the characters in the show, he would go door to door selling nipples. Like bottle nipples, right? Like baby bottle nipples. I don't even know why he was doing it. I don't know why he was going door to door selling baby bottle nipples. Like, why not just sell the whole bottle? Why just sell nipples? I don't know what that was. It's just inappropriate. Rugrats. The kids' heads all misshapen and stuff. This is like these babies and they're weird looking. They got real big lumpy heads and stuff. You know? And it's these babies, they got like a real eventful life. And the parents are all like very peripherally in the shot. Almost like the kids, like the parents are just real negligent. Like the parents just let the babies just do whatever. Unsupervised. You know? So it's stuff like that. Just inappropriate. And I guess to a degree, cartoons were kind of always a little inappropriate because, what you call it? The Disney cartoons used to be like hella racist, low-key. And like cartoons were always kind of like real violent to a degree. Yeah, Rugrats and Doug, yeah. Like people were like purple and stuff like that. They just started like making people different weird colors. Nene, what's going on? Good to see you in here. You said that's the biggest jar I've ever seen in my life. What jar are you talking about? Ella, what's going on? Good to see you in here. Tardy to the party, but I'm here apparently on time. Yeah, you're always on time. I am making oat pudding. I just made a chocolate peanut butter oat pudding. And now I'm making a pumpkin spice. I'm making a vanilla pumpkin spice oat pudding. But you got your taurine. What do you mix it with? You can actually mix taurine in like water with lime juice. Right, you could do that. That works. Or you could just put it in water. It doesn't have a taste and it's not grainy. For the GERD, what else to eat? Watermelon, grapes, mango, kiwis. Those work for GERD. Your tender leafy green vegetables, kale, watercress, chard. Right? You have your salads and things like that. Hemp seeds. Your protein should be like around 1 gram of protein per kilogram of lean mass. You typically don't want to go over that. Or you could just do where protein is just like 10% of your macros. So that works for GERD also. Also for GERD, what helps is peppermint tea and burdock root. Burdock root tea. That works also. What else? Cinnamon tea. That's another one that works for GERD. Oh, the protein jar? Yeah, that's right. Because I buy it in bulk. When you buy in bulk, it's like you get it for a cheaper price per scoop. So that's tip. When I got something I like, I get it in bulk. That's right. I think I got a little carried away just now with the agave. What else do I gotta put? I put the sea salt, put the coconut sugar, agave, powdered peanuts, pea protein, glutamine, coconut sugar, hemp seeds, oats, vanilla, liquid stevia. All right. And the milk. What was that talking about? Oh yeah, the Disney cartoons were like low key, like real violent and kind of racist. Watch it as an adult. You pick up things, you're like, oh wow. Like whenever they had a black representation of a character in the show, they were always like literally like black, like pitch black, with like big red or pink lips. It's just like real weird. I'm like, yo, what is that? I was like, you know damn well black people don't look like that. That's crazy. Dragon Ball Z did that too. Dragon Ball Z, everybody knew. I don't know if y'all watched. This is probably not the audience for Dragon Ball Z. I don't know about that, but Dragon Ball Z is like one of the most popular Japanese anime cartoons of all time, right? And like a big favorite iconic character is this guy named Piccolo. And Piccolo, he's green, right? But basically he's kind of a representation of like a wise African tribal chief kind of character, right? He's green, but everybody knows in the show, basically he's black, right? But he's like a real OG though. But they did have like characters in the show that were like representations of black people, but they would literally be like jet black with like these big red or pink lips with the real round, big beady eyes. I think like one of the characters too was like Abu or something like that his name was. I was like, this is a little crazy. Dragon Ball Z was a ridiculous, Dragon Ball in general was a completely ridiculous show. Little kids will like, it's really easy to make a fun, enjoyable cartoon for kids because kids will just watch real stupid stuff. It'll look ridiculous to you as an adult. So like your favorite cartoons that you grew up watching as a kid, when you watch them as an adult, they look really ridiculous. It don't hit the same. You don't feel the same about it as an adult when you watch it. Like even Home Alone, right? Remember that movie Home Alone? Home Alone was weird because basically it's like these guys went from like they're just trying to break into a home to like now they just want to like kill a child, right? And they're talking about how they're gonna torture and murder the child and stuff. You watch that as an adult, you're like, this is a little. I don't know how I feel about this now. It's kind of dark. I don't know. Well, you said facts they don't make them the same no more. Yeah. Vegeta was something else. Yeah, Vegeta, man. Right? I don't know what the hell was going on. And they named in Dragon Ball, they named the characters after like vegetables. I don't know why, right? Napa, as in like Napa cabbage. Piccolo, as in like pickles. Vegeta, I guess it's just like vegetables, like veggies, Vegeta. Like, why they just characters after like vegetables? What's going on? It's just weird. And then like it's his characters, it's kind of weird. It's like when they get, you have these characters and they have like dark brown eyes and dark black hair, and then when they get powerful, they then get blonde hair and blue eyes. What's that about? Like, oh, you know you're real strong when like you lose pigmentation in your eyes and hair. Like, like, why is it like these supposed kind of like Japanese characters and they just turn like super European, like real Nordic looking when they get powerful? Like, what is that about? What's going on? What are they trying to tell us? What is that? Imagine if like white folks made a cartoon and it's like as you become more intelligent and you become like more creative, you become more powerful, your hair starts getting curly. Ultimate form is like you just got straight up locks. Yeah. Like, you know. Oh wait, I'm over here messing up. I gotta put it in the blender first. Much attention, like it's not that deep. I don't know. I remember back in the day too with video games, whenever they wanted to like represent a character that was like Native American, they always had like tomahawks and face paint and like bird feathers on them or something like this. I was like, y'all don't gotta lean into the tropes that damn hard, man. Come on now, y'all don't gotta do all that. And then like every time there's like a black character, like some type of superhero powers or whatever, they always had like either they had like mechanical arms or like guns. That's why I was like, I was kind of hyped though for Green Lantern, the Black Green Lantern. I enjoyed that Green Lantern. Huh? Watched it without you. I didn't know you back when the Black Green Lantern first came out. There's a new Black Green Lantern? I didn't know that. You know I don't really watch TV like that no more. It's because of all the stuff I notice things and it ruins it for me. You know, it's kind of like when you watch old action movies and all the villains are like Arabs. They're all like terrorists, want to blow up buildings and stuff. And they're all Arabs. You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, I don't like this. This is a little too much. Like, yo, what is that? And then back when like the U.S. had beef with Russia, all like the villains in all the movies were all like Russian. You know. And they always depicted Russia as being like this Arctic place that snows all the time and ain't never no sunlight. Media is a trip, y'all. All right, let me mute up my mic one more time. Come on now. This thing playing games. Come on, don't do that. Give me a second, y'all. Yo, my laptop's CPU is at 100% usage. Yo. Yeah, Carol, rice and oats should be fine. Generally speaking, those are fine. I don't think I've ever watched the movie Blank Check. So the whole thing, I don't think I've watched it. You just gasped. Why you get like, is that inappropriate for me to have never watched that movie? We gotta watch Blank Check? Because what you call it? So Amelia just said, she just left a comment talking about how like somebody kissed a kid. It was like a woman that kissed a child in the movie or something like this. I don't know. I don't have a frame of reference for it. So you're probably gonna watch it as an adult and be weirded out? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, yo. Back in the day, movies was like kind of weird.
No, that was Richie Rich.
It's a must see.
I just remember. Oh.
Blank check. All right, fair enough. Somebody gonna spoil it in the comments? Yeah, it's just like I haven't watched the movie Sinners yet. I don't know if I want to watch that movie. I don't know if I want to. I'm like, I don't know. At least I'm. I generally don't like. I don't know. Like American movies about Black American history generally don't have good endings. I'm like, I don't know if I have the emotional. I don't know if I have the emotional energy and bandwidth for that. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't think I have it. I need to watch movies with good endings. That's why like I don't watch horror movies and stuff. Because horror movies, like the ending sucks. You know, like they're always like everybody dies or like the people live in the end, but like it's kind of not worth it because they're scarred for life and all of this. I don't want that kind of energy on me. I can't. Not at this point in time in my life. Okay, I need good vibes and good energy. I don't need, you know. Yeah, true. Yo, they better not do that mammy trope in the movie. They better, like, I can't. I don't have it. I can't. YouTube will refer me to like certain stuff about like American history, and like I always look to see what the source is to see if they're gonna tell the truth about American history or not, or if they're gonna give you a sanitized version of it. Like I know too much about American history, so whenever I watch movies about American, like I don't want to watch movies about American history because American history is generally like real bad. I'm like, nah, we ain't doing that. I'd rather watch like Blue's Clues or something like this. You know, I gotta protect my energy. All right. Y'all don't understand how it is so important to protect your energy. You know, that's why all of these shows, I couldn't watch Game of Thrones, Walking Dead. I can't watch none of this stuff. Snowfall and all that. I can't watch none of that. Squid Games. You know, how many TV shows have I quit on? When they get dark, they just start to suck. I'm like, nah, I can't. This is too much. Just eat my energy up. I can't do that. Well, Squid Games, that was like a Korean show. Oh. That's the prerequisite of the show. It's like, yo, if it's got the Mammy and Jezebel trope in it, I'm not watching it. Because there be some crazy movies out there, you know, like, us as dudes, or at least for me personally, like I like martial arts actions movies with people just fighting and stuff, doing martial arts. I'm fine with that. Because that's not like emotionally problematic, right? But like, you be having movies out here. Women be watching movies about domestic violence and adultery and child abandonment. Oh, like, yo, I can nah, that's too heavy for me. I can't do that. That's too much. Like, yeah, yeah, I can't do that. You know what I mean? I can't watch no movie. There's just like some woman on the screen is crying with a black eye and a busted lip and all of this. That's not entertaining to me. I can't watch that. It's too much. I can't. I can't. I can't. I'm not mature enough. I can't do it. People are like, man, it was a really good movie. I'm like, I don't feel good. I feel like I need to wash. Yeah, I can't. He said, nope, not watching Sinners. Anita, how come you're not watching Sinners? Hey, what'd you say? Why do they depict African men to be gay in some movies or dress up as women? What is up with that? I don't know. Well, I don't know. You gotta refer me to a movie. Where you got that from? The thing that I can think of about a movie that did that trope was what was that movie? Was it like the 13th Element or the 6th Element or what? Something the Element. What element was it? Can you speak about GERD next time in detail? Yeah, absolutely. Generally speaking, I think that if you have if you have more so like a carbohydrate dominant diet with magnesium rich foods, it's a fairly high protein diet where, let's say, carbohydrates make up around at least 50%, but closer to like 65% of your macros, right? And it's a water rich diet. Generally, that's the best place to start, right? Either fully raw or high raw. I would go more so with high raw. As far as GERD is concerned. The thing that messes people up with GERD is too much fat and protein in the diet, because basically that increases the amount of acid in your gut. So like animal products and things like that are the worst. If you got GERD and you eat like seafood or beef or something like that, oh, you're gonna feel it. But yeah, if you have like a diet where, like, let's say, like I think a good rule is like tender leafy greens, where let's say you eat anywhere from 5 to 8 ounces of leafy greens a day. I think 5 is like a minimum, but I'd probably land somewhere between 7 and 8 ounces of leafy greens a day. So like, for example, a really good first meal would be like watermelon. I mean, you can do anywhere from like 32 to 48 ounces of like watermelon, right? And the watermelon really helps to bring that acid down, right? What else? And then like your second meal could be more of like that coconut yogurt with like chia or flax seeds with like a mix of blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, right? Things like this. And then another meal after that would be more so of like a mixed fruit bowl with leafy green vegetables. So you could do like anywhere from 4 to 5 ounces of your leafy greens, tender leafy greens, right? So this would be things like watercress, chard, spring mix, romaine, red butter lettuce, kale, things like that. You might want to like chop it up and massage it so you can break down the cell wall a bit so it's easier to digest. And then you can mix in things like you can finely dice apples, pears, tangerines in there. You can put pomegranate seeds, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seed kernels. You can do things like hemp seeds in there, right? So you could just have like this mixed fruit salad, basically. You can dice up strawberries and put that in there, right? What else? You can put kiwis in there. That's another good one to add in. You can mix some kiwi slices and just mix that in the greens. And then another meal after that would be more of like a savory meal, right? And that savory meal could be things like quinoa, sweet potato, chickpeas. Don't go crazy on the chickpeas though, because if you overdo it on the chickpeas, you can get a little gassy, the burps start coming. You can get a little bit of acid reflux going on, right, in the lower esophagus. So I wouldn't go too crazy with the legumes. And then basically that's where you can add in more cruciferous things like kale or like cabbage and things like that. And cabbage, I would probably steam cabbage before adding it into the meal. And then before you eat a meal like that, you may want to have like 6 to 8 ounces of either like pineapple or papaya beforehand. So you can prime your gut to do better with more complex, foods. Another option also is before that meal, you can drink ginger tea. And ginger tea does a really good job of regulating stomach acid, right? So it's not flowing up into your lower esophagus, causing that heartburn feeling. And then before bed at night, it could be a good idea to drink, let's say, magnesium glycinate or magnesium malate. I'd probably go more with magnesium malate. Magnesium glycinate works too, because it passes the blood-brain barrier, so it kind of has more of a holistic effect. But the magnesium malate is really good for like repairing and protecting organ tissues, your gut lining, that kind of thing. So it's really good for improving digestive health, right? That magnesium malate. So that's a good bit of actionable information that you can go on right there as far as the GERD is concerned. Let's see. 6 Degrees of Separation with Will Smith, they did it. I don't think I watched that. 6 Degrees of Separation. I don't think I watched that one. All right, now I got to do the chickpeas. And I'm gonna use the blender in that one too. It's blender night, y'all. It is blender night. We're having a blender-thon. I don't really have to cook anything in a pot this time because I'm not eating it now. Right? So I don't like prep greens in advance. That's because I want that fresh. But things like legumes, that's a different story. I don't really use the microwave much too, so certain things I don't really necessarily prep in advance. So basically I just prep these things and put them in a jar. That's essentially what I do, or what I've been doing. Right? So things like puddings and sauces. And then I'm gonna cut up some tofu. The tofu I do prep in advance. So what I do, and I'm gonna show y'all how I do the tofu. And if y'all might have some objections or suggestions for the tofu. So y'all can definitely let me know in the comments. I'm gonna show y'all that in a second. Because I've been getting on a tofu kick lately. Most of the year I haven't been eating tofu. Not because I try to avoid it. I just, things I eat seasonally. Right? So I could be on a mushroom kick where it's like I eat mushrooms throughout the week and then I can go for a long period of time without eating mushrooms. Or like potatoes. I could do just potatoes like every day sometimes. And then there are days when then there could be like whole months and I don't really have potatoes much at all. So, I cycle in and out of things. I'll cut oats out for a few months. Well, I won't eat oats for a few months. Right? I may be on a major banana kick. Right? So, or I can swap out oats and just do like breakfast kasha or something every morning. So I cycle things out. That's on the outside. That's why I missed that. All right. Right. There we go. So we clean that out. That's ready. Let me prep the tofu. So basically with the tofu, I like to take it out of the packaging and prep it beforehand because I like to let it thicken up in the fridge because it's basically soaking in water in the packaging. So it's like watery the whole entire time. So I like to drain the water out in advance so I can have more of like a thicker texture to it. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to get something that's closer to the texture of like, I don't know, chicken or something like this, and this would be a good idea. So basically, this is a 16-ounce pack of tofu. So each of the sections, this is like partitioned into 2 halves. So I'm doing this one, and this is roughly 8 ounces of tofu. So I just split that down the middle. Oh. I'm looking for a particular size container. All right. So basically, I'm going to take a paper towel and I'll fold it like that, and I put it in here. So this paper towel in the bottom will suck up the moisture from the tofu. So I do that. Then here's another one I put over the top because I stack them. I had some good calls today. I have a particular tribe member. This guy's been putting in the work. He's been absolutely killing it. By the end of his 12-week run, he'd be down like a little over 30 pounds. Like 36 pounds or something like this, actually, he's down. So he's been melting body fat. Homeboy is killing it. And then I got, I ain't gonna put her on blast, but I got somebody else, Miss Tamara, absolutely killing the game. And she dropped within her first, within her first 4 or 5 weeks, she dropped like 20 plus pounds. And she was like, yeah, but that's only 20 pounds. Folks is out here killing the game. People are gonna be out here this summer, cutting up. I'm gonna have to find out where y'all live and come to your house and pour Gatorade on you, like how they do in the NFL. Yo, imagine me show up at your house with a big old thing of Gatorade. All right, I want to do the next one. See, real simple with the tofu. I gotta do another one. All right, here we go. Why's my screen blinking? What happened? You said I need to lose some weight, however, it keeps going on. What do you mean the weight keeps going on? You mean you keep gaining weight? Miss Carol? We're gonna have to talk. What's going on? Is the weight just going up because you're cutting up? What's going on? I love the term cutting up, by the way. We got to talk. You said yes to you cutting up? Is that what you mean? You mean yes, I've been cutting up? She's like, I've just been eating whatever. Because if you got like GERD or something like that, there's some animal products in the diet. And it's enough of a significant amount that's definitely either causing the issue or making it a lot worse. GERD is actually a fairly common thing. Like the same foods that cause GERD are the same foods that cause gout. It's that uric acid, man. Let me tell you something, that uric acid go up. You know what's actually really good for GERD, now that I think of it, is adding more vitamin C rich foods to your diet. That'll do it. You add more vitamin C to your diet. Citrus fruits, that'll do it. Your tangelos, your palmellos, your ruby red grapefruit. That'll do it. Apples. Apples are really good for that too. That apple pectin. Here we go. Yeah, definitely get to bed, brother. I appreciate you. Oh, the citrus fruit irritates your esophagus? Got it, okay. So yeah, if that's the case, then you've had this issue going on for a while. This has been going on for a long time. Probably like, well, how many months have you been dealing with this issue? Because if the citrus fruits are bothering your lower esophagus, that means that there's been some damage done to your lower esophagus from the repetition. Years. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, so if it's years, then yeah, definitely. Now that, yeah, that's a bit of a different thing. So I would actually go with more mild fruits. The citrus would be a little bit too strong, so I probably wouldn't go with that. I would go with foods that are richer in malic acid as opposed to citrus acid or citric acid. Right? So pears, apples, cherries, if you can get them. Any kind of berries, really. Kiwis. Kiwis are actually really good for GERD generally, in my experience. They've been really good for it. Aloe vera juice. Aloe. That's another really good one. What else? The okra water, right? Okra in general. That soluble fiber really helps. Oats, that's another one. Oats are bananas. Bananas will really help. That's another really good one. But basically, so you've been eating animal products then, right? Like you haven't been plant-based. Or have you been? You gotta let me know. All right, so that's tofu number 2. So there's 2 days of tofu. So that'd be Wednesday and Friday. So now I got Wednesday and Friday prepped for the oats and the tofu. And now I gotta do the do I have time for the chickpeas? I'll do the chickpeas. Let me do the chickpeas. You had mostly stopped animal products and recently started again. Oh, so when you started eating animal products, that's when the GERD came back? All right, so we get the nutritional yeast in there to start. Let me clean off this tablespoon right quick. This measuring spoon. Don't want to cross-contaminate. I had, you said before that. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I think being that you were dealing with that, with that GERD for so long, if you've been dealing with it for years. By the way, too, certain medications may make it worse also. Like a lot of times when people take like, mainly blood pressure medication, it seems to cause people to have issues with that. In my experience, that seems to be like a running thing. Statins, that's another one that can cause people to have issues with GERD sometimes. Oh, the nutritional yeast. I think I just dropped this measuring spoon, so I gotta wash that off. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know how I feel about germs. I think that coconut yogurt would be really good for you too with the berries and all of that. Because you need that healing. I would definitely be hitting the agave juice. I'd be hitting that. Cucumber. Cucumber is a really good food for you to be eating. I would definitely get on salad. I'd be throwing cucumber in the salad. Most def. I would definitely be doing that. Is recalls on cucumbers? Good Lord. In 15 states, they have recalls on cucumbers. Yeah, we in trouble. They messing with the cucumbers? Good man. And dropping the bowl. So I just put parsley, 1 teaspoon of parsley, 1 teaspoon of curry powder, and 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. And now I'm putting 1 teaspoon of sea salt. And now I'm putting another teaspoon of coconut sugar. Oh, I gotta put garlic. So garlic powder. I'm gonna put a teaspoon of garlic powder in here. All right, now the coconut sugar. You know what I'm saying? To break up the bitterness. We add a little bit of sweet to the bitter. And I'm gonna add, for medicinal purposes, I'm gonna add some turmeric. So I'm gonna add a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. All right, get that golden turmeric in there. Big shout out to turmeric. And then I'm gonna add a couple pinches of, where's it at? Cumin. So get more of the bitters in there. And now just add a little bit of water. And I want this to be like 16 ounces because I'm going to fit it in a 16-ounce mason jar. So I don't want it to be more than that in there. So I mix everything in like this here. Measure it up to the line. Yep. Okay. And get this lid on. You said you have trouble digesting foods? Hold on. I had mostly something before that. I have trouble digesting foods. Oh, yeah. So that just broadened out the conversation. All right, let me mute up right quick. What's going on my screen? All right, so now I got to add a little bit more and then run it again. I think what would probably be really good for you too. Have you taken a probiotic supplement or like digestive enzymes? Because if you have like a low stomach acid issue, that could be it too. Hold on a second, let me mute up one more time. Oh, it's doing the thing again. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. You said, am I making hummus? No, I'm not making hummus. That could be something I make on stream. I just gotta test that. I just gotta practice making some hummus because I'm not trying to bomb out on stream. Get embarrassed. They'd be like, you know, Remsen did a live stream. He tried to make some hummus on stream and he bombed out so badly. That man get on here, just be playing around in the kitchen, wasting everybody's goddamn time. So I gotta come correct. All right, this is the last thing that I'm gonna make tonight. This is curry chickpeas. This is curry chickpea sauce. That's what I'm making here, by the way. Chickpeas is something else too. Chickpeas take forever to cook. Chickpeas are like a damn nut. Oops. Uh-oh, making a mess. So yeah, this is a curry chickpea. The next thing I do, my other legume sauces. These are basically like a high protein sauce. It's like a high protein, high carb, high zinc, high magnesium, high manganese, high iron, high folate sauce. This is a brain and muscle sauce. This is a gut health. This is a gut health sauce. This is a, what is this? This is an anti-inflammatory sauce. That's what this is. Because of the curry and the turmeric and the cumin and the parsley, I got all kind of antioxidants in this sauce. You want to prevent sickness, you want to prevent infection, you want to kill bad bacteria, and you want to kill candida. This will do it. And you pair this up with some greens and some onion and pepper and all that. This got garlic in it too. This got turmeric in it. Got curry in it. It got cumin in it. It got all that in it. It got B12 in it from the nutritional yeast. It got thiamine in it. This stuff ain't no joke. Look at that. Meal prep right there. That's like 30 grams of protein right there. So for everybody who's like, how do I get your protein? Where do I get my protein? You don't eat this by itself. Like I wouldn't, you can, I guess, but I wouldn't like stick a spoon in this and just, but I would have it like over rice and greens and things like that. Or you can like steam broccoli and pour this over the broccoli, or steamed cabbage. You could do that as well. And you can make like a whole gang of these. You can make like 3 of these at a time and just put it in the fridge. And then, you can add tofu to it. You can do whatever. So yeah, basically just a recap. This is what I made tonight. So chocolate oat pudding. This is chocolate peanut butter oat pudding. This is vanilla pumpkin spice oat pudding. And this is curry chickpea sauce. Right in a jar. Meal prep in a jar. And then basically everything else aside from that could just be fruit. Oh, you said you take both? The probiotic and the digestive enzyme? Okay. I would definitely, if you do the digestive enzyme, you should typically do it before your heaviest meal. And a probiotic food, a probiotic supplement, I would mix it with like a probiotic food like coconut yogurt. Or you could do it with like a banana smoothie with like hemp seeds. What's another good tip? Papaya is really good. I would definitely get into a papaya eating habit. Papaya and pineapple. Right? Papaya is a bit more mild. Pineapple may be a bit irritating if you eat too much. So I would probably test out at like 6 to 8 ounces at a time and see how you deal with it. So yeah, I would do that. And then I would do sauerkraut. You could do like 6 to 8 ounces in a cup. You do like a cup like this big with sauerkraut. You have that, and you eat like the cup of sauerkraut before like your last meal of the day. Right. So there's that. What else? You don't have to do this, but one thing you could do is you can supplement with glutamine and vitamin D, like glutamine and vitamin D3. And that helps to repair like organ tissues, your digestive tract, mainly your digestive tract. And that can help to rejuvenate or rebuild your esophageal lining also. All right. I gotta clean up in here. I don't think y'all wanna watch me clean up, but I think that's about it. That's all I'm gonna do tonight. It's already late. I'm trying to get to bed at a decent time because I've been tired today. I've been dragging ass. End up waking up still early. Oh, you take the vitamin D also? Do you do vitamin D3? All right, folks. Time to pack it in. Appreciate everybody tuning in for the Monday Night Raw. And I'll send out the emails for the Wednesday stream. So I'm gonna really go for it. I'm gonna really go for it, working it back in. Tomorrow's a fasting day for me, so I can just wake up and go. So I'll probably be out in the woods in the morning, so I might go live in the morning. Maybe. So we'll see. We'll see how I feel. But I will definitely be on with tribe members Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. All right. Talk to you then. All right, everybody. Get some rest, and we'll talk soon.